Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this Gallifreyan design. This is one I'm particularly proud of due to more of the transcription prowess it shows, because I made it palindromic. I'll get to that at the end of this. With that being said, this was done in Loren Sherman's fan-made Gallifreyan script, which uses a combination of dots and lines on these 4 different stems to make our consonants, and vowels are these smaller circles, and they're kind of different depending on what vowel they are, and if they're enclosed on one of these 4 consonant stems. With that being said, let's go ahead and look at our design, and the first thing I want to talk about is format. So this script is read bottom counterclockwise, and it's that's true for the words and for the phrases and for, the overall dealio. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at this design, and let's point out the words in the word order. So here's the bottom most phrase chunk, here's the next phrase chunk, and here's the next phrase chunk, because it's bottom and kind of going around. Anyway. So here's our first word in the first phrase chunk. It is a small word. There's only one stem on it. It's a circle on the line of the circle. So that's a TH. And then we have an E right in the middle of that. So if we look at our E's, they're right in the middle of our consonant stems. So consonant stem E's are in the middle. So THE. And then we hit our next word. This is the next one we'd hit, which is kind of borderline. It looks like maybe this one might be. But this one is the one you'd hit going counterclockwise next. It also has a loose spiral going bottom up. Anyway, this is our next word. Here's the bottom of it. Here's our first consonant. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4 dot letter on a circle inside the circle, so that's a C. Now, in this script, C's are only supposed to be used in like proper nouns or in acronyms. So this is like a proper noun C. So C. And then we have an A hanging outside our word circle. And continuing around here, we have a T. So this is cat, but like a name cat. Okay, here we have our next word. This is a little circle, so it's a vowel. Because it's the bottom of it, this is what you'd read first. And it has one line going towards the middle. So it's an I. And then we have a bigger circle inside our circle with one line, so that's an N. So I-N. So the cat in. And then we have our next phrase, if we're continuing around our phrase circle, like this phrase circle. Here's our little chunk. Here's our first word here. It's closest to the bottom. And it has, again, this TH stem here. Except instead of the E being enclosed in that, it's just on the line of the word circle. So this is like the word circle line. E right on that line. So here's another THE. And then we have our next word. Here's the bottom of it. Here's our first stem. It's an omega-shaped stem, so it's more than 50% completed. And on it, this line passes through, so it doesn't count. But this one ends on it, and this one ends on it. So there's 2 lines ending on this stem. So that's a H. And then we have the A enclosed on that, outside the word circle. So HA, HA. And then continuing around, here's our last stem. It is another T, even though this one passes through it, it doesn't end on it, so it doesn't count. So this is just a T, like that. And then we have our punctuation. So this double line here is a punctuation line, and on it there is a comma, bigger circle hanging out on that line. So hat, comma. And then we have our next little phrase chunk here. Here's our bottommost word. Here is the word circle, just kind of more defined. And this is our first stem on it. It is another TH stem. Even though there's a lot going on around here, this doesn't end on it, this doesn't end on it, and this is just a vowel, so that's another TH, just like this TH, just like this TH, TH. And then we have an A hanging outside again. This is the word circle. A outside the word circle, so like this. So this is like a THA, THA. And then we have a stacked stem. So this arc here and this arc here are both these stems, and since these lines are different thicknesses, they're different letters, and you read thin to thick. So here's the thin letter, and there is nothing ending on it. These 3 lines all end on this one. So this is just a T, and then we have 1, 2, 3 lines on the thick one. So that's an S. And now between the T and the S, there's a double line going to the sentence circle. So that is an apostrophe. So T apostrophe S. And then we have our last little word here. It's just got this one stem, like this, and there's 1 dot on it. So that's a WH. And then on the line, like a bead on a string, we have a vowel. So like a beat on a string, like this one, there's our vowel, so that's an O. So W-H-O, and then 1, 2, 3 dots on the sentence circle is an exclamation point. So the cat in the hat, that's who, right? Now here's the really, really cool thing about this design. Let me flip it. Come on. Where's my transform tool? Oh, whatever. I'm just going to open up the other one. Disregard. There we go. All of my messiness on the screen. Here we go. Here's the flipped version. So anyway, forgive my clicking. I don't care that there's not enough storage. Okay, so this is the same image, it's just mirrored. But still bottom counterclockwise, you'd read THE, CATIN, THEHAT, comma, THATS, with an apostrophe between it, WHO, exclamation point. So it's palindromic. So these two mirror images are both the cat in the hat, that's who, which is super awesome. And yeah, so yeah, because here's the bottom counterclockwise, ish. This is kind of a stretch to read this one second, but yeah. And then this one, the hat, that's who. Anyway, I'm really, really proud of this. I hope it makes sense to you how cool it is that I managed to get it palindromic. Yeah, neat. I feel Dr. Seuss would be proud.